Welcome to the He's Got Issues Independent Comics Edition number 131.3. I'm John Cooney, here to preview new independent comics being released July 23rd, 2014, beginning alphabetically with Boom Studios' An Amazing World of Gumball number 2. Gumball and Darwin might have done a lot of things that could be considered immature and dangerous in the long years that they've been alive, but none of that even comes close to what they're about to do in this issue. May Nice have mercy on their souls. Next, we've got Bravest Warriors number 22, featuring the debut of new writer Kate Leth of Adventure Time Seeing Red. The Bravest Warriors know how to save the universe, and they know how to save it good. But what happens when it's the universe's time to save them? It's going to be a crazy mission, but maybe the universe is up to it, and if not, then hopefully Catbug will come up with something, right? We've also got Midas Flesh number 8 of 8. Ladies and gentlemen, the end is nigh, of the Midas Flesh, that is. Our crew has done everything in their power to stop the universe from ending from the Midas curse, but were their efforts enough? Tune in for this finale that's so crazy you wouldn't believe us if we spoiled it for you right now. Next we have Peanuts number 20. After Peppermint Patty throws a foul ball off of Charlie Brown's head, Lucy decides there's only one course of action to take. It's time to sue Charlie Brown. Legal Beagle and many more fun adventures can be found in this month's all-new adventure of Peanuts. And we've got Steed and Mrs. Peel, We're Needed, number 1 of 6. When an old associate of John Steed is killed, a grand conspiracy is suspected. This will take Steed and Peel to a strange village where one of the spies finds themselves a prisoner. From Dark Horse Comics, we've got Axe Cop, The American Choppers, number 3 of 3. The adventures of Axe Cop and the American Choppers have culminated in a massive war between heaven and hell. Now the American Choppers are on the front lines helping God and the angels fight Satan and his demons. Next, we've got Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, Season 10, number 5. When Buffy and crew try to wrest Xander from Dracula's control, they begin a battle supreme with the terrifying demon that Dracula has become. We've also got Conan the Avenger. El-Shabaab is under attack, and it's up to Conan as the city's newest captain of the guard to defend against those who would seek to conquer it. A spy infiltrates the king's inner circle, and Conan's ally, Agara, is in prison after he learns a deadly truth. Conan faces off with magic and ghouls, cover by Fiona Staples. Next we have Dream Thief Escape, number 2 of 4. John Lincoln has to break 2 men out of 2 separate prisons simultaneously. While plotting elaborate revenge against his tormentor, Patricia Browneagle, will he have any time to share with the father he never knew, or will the ghost get a hold of the Dream Thief first? We've also got Elfquest, The Final Quest, number 4. Years ago, the human tyrant Gormol Jun made an unholy alliance with the mad half-elf, half-troll tinkerer called Two-Edge. Now the Jun's ambitious heir, Angriff, holds the key to power never before seen on the world of 2 moons, a power that Chiefess Ember of the Wolf Riders fears might destroy her world forever. Brand new Elfquest adventures. Next we have Goon, Occasion of Revenge, number 1 of 4. In Eric Powell's biggest story since 2008, what's left of the zombie priest race of witches comes after the Goon, forcing him to face his nightmares or lose his town. We've also got Groo Vs Conan, number 1 of 4. It had to happen. The most heroic warrior in history meets the stupidest as Robert E. Howard's immortal Conan the Barbarian crosses swords with Sergio Aragonés' Groo the Wanderer in Groo vs. Conan number 1. This 4-issue miniseries was concocted by the Eisner Award-winning team of Mark Evanier and Sergio Aragonés, aided by master illustrator Thomas Yates and master colorist Tom Luth. Will Conan annihilate Groo? Will Groo turn out to be the man who can defeat Conan? We'll see. Next we have Halo Escalation number 8. The Master Chief returns in the next 72 hours part 1. After defeating the Didac, John 117 joined the crew of Infinity. But why did he leave? The mystery begins here. Halo lead writer Brian Reed of Amazing Spider-Man and Ms. Marvel reveals the secret events that immediately followed the end of Halo 4. We've also got Mass Effect Foundation number 13, the explosive finale. Can Rasa outwit all of Cerebus and escape to live a life of freedom? Or will the elusive man tighten the noose around her neck? Story by Mac Walters, lead writer of Mass Effect number 2 and 3. Next we have Star Wars Legacy 2 number 17. On a mission by order of the Empress, Anya Solo and a contingent of stormtroopers search for Zhao Assam and Darth Red. Arriving once again on the rogue planet where her adventures began, Anya encounters something no one expected, an army of Sith. And we've got Tomb Raider number 6. Laura's journey leads her to a place she thought she would never return to, the place of her nightmares, Yamatai. Can Lara survive long enough to find out the truth of the danger that stalks her? The official continuation of Lara Croft's story reaches its first arc conclusion. From Dynamite Entertainment, we've got Dejah of Mars number 3 of 4. To find the missing John Carter, Dejah Thoris must stop looking for him. The princess must turn her attention to an unsettling wave of crimes in helium in hopes it leads her to him. Meanwhile, the strange red man who calls himself the Red Reaper is determined to discover Carter's secrets for himself, even if his experiments kill the warlord of Mars. Next, we have Sherlock Holmes' Moriarty Lives number 5 of 5, final issue. While Bombastus von Hohenheim makes his final play to destroy Moriarty, the world's most notorious criminal proves he still has a few tricks up his sleeve. It's the final showdown in the villain versus villain contest of wits and wills. Moriarty plays his final hand and all is revealed. Is he the villain he wants the world to believe, or is there a shred of goodness still within his cunning heart? Find out as the miniseries races to its shocking conclusion. We've also got Solar Man of the Atom number 4. You're Erica Selesky. Yesterday you were an architect. Today you can pretty much do anything. Can the brand new Woman of the Atom figure out her incredible abilities in time to stop a full-on alien invasion? Hint, no. It's a brave new world for Solar from the astounding vision of Frank Barbieri and Joe Bennett. And we've got Twilight Zone number 7. Diana Westby has a decision to make and not a lot of time in which to make it. She knows she can't go to the police about the nuclear holocaust she has seen in the minds of others because there's no evidence and they've hidden their tracks too well. The only way to stop the blast that will kill untold numbers of people is if she personally goes after the terrorists. But if she takes that step, she may not survive the attempt. It comes down to a simple question: run and save her life, or fight for the lives of others. From IDW Publishing, we've got Godzilla Rulers of Earth number 14. As our world recovers following Godzilla's climactic battle against the Devonians, a threat unlike any before takes aim at not only our world, but the monsters themselves. One of the biggest chapters in the series starts right here. Next we have Kill Shakespeare, The Mask of Night number 2 of 4. Mutiny. With Titus' deadly battleship in hot pursuit of Hamlet and Juliet's lives in the balance, Viola must either defend her lover Captain Cesario's decision to protect their stowaways, or lead a full-stage pirate mutiny against him. We've also got Monster Motors one-shot. The once quiet town of Transylvania, Kentucky is under attack from Cadillacula, an evil vampire car that sucks the gas out of other vehicles. The more victims he claims, the more powerful he gets. Genius mechanic Vic Frankenstein has a solution: build a monster to fight a monster. Vic and his android assistant Igor, interactive garage operations robot, assemble a giant truck from the pieces of the town's fallen vehicles. Frankenride is born, and the battle between good and evil hits the road. Next we have My Little Pony Friends Forever number 7. Princess Luna faces her greatest challenge yet, making jokes in public. Luna turns to Pinkie Pie, the master of merriment, to help her find her funny bone. If Pinkie's teachings backfire on Luna, there might be very few laughs to be found in Canterlot. We've also got Popeye Classics number 24. Bud Sagendorf, the world's greatest Popeye cartoonist. He does it again. His rollicking genius starts out with the feature comic story Golden Street, starring Popeye and his pappy, plus more comic stories and Bud Sagendorf's own creation Sherm in the thrill-packed, laugh-filled comic The Race. Race to put this in your order and head for your favorite local comic book shop to nab it, you swab. Next we have Ragnarok number 1. Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods in Norse mythology, the destruction of the 9 worlds, and now, 300 years later, the birth of vengeance. Walter Simonson returns to comics in a big way with an all-new series and doing what he does best. My wife and my children are dead. My brothers and sisters are dead. My parents are dead. The great enemy still lives. But I swear on the shattered bones of my kinsmen, they will not live forever. I shall become the storm. Walter Simonson is one of the most acclaimed and respected creators in comics. He's done defining runs on Thor, Manhunter, Star Slammers, Elric, Orion, and more. Now in his first creator-owned series in 20 years, he brings his tremendous artistic arsenal to a brand new world, the twilight world of Ragnarok. We've also got Star Trek Harlan Ellison's The City on the Edge of Forever, the original teleplay number 2 of 5. Harlan Ellison's WGA award-winning teleplay visualized for the first time. Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, and Yeoman Rand returned to the Enterprise following their first encounter with the Guardians of Forever, only to find a darker, more vicious crew of renegades awaiting them. Can they return the time stream to its proper state, and will they even survive long enough to try? Next, we have Super Secret Crisis War Johnny Bravo #1. There's trouble a-brewin' in Aaron City, and no sir, it ain't the kind that rhymes with pool. A robot from another dimension has appeared, intent on finding and challenging a hero, any hero, for its evil masters. Instead, the robot finds Johnny Bravo and proof that even a robot can be driven mad by exposure to Johnny's obliviousness. Don't miss this tie-in to the event of the summer. So cool, you're gonna have to wear shades. Hiya! Plus a 2-page epilogue by Louis Simonson and Derek Charm delving into the formation of the League of Extraordinary Villains. We've also got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles New Animated Adventures #13. The Krang have infiltrated the local zoo and the mutation possibilities are endless. With no way in without being seen, the Turtles are at a loss to stop the mass mutation. Their only hope lies with April. Can she stop the Krang's newest scheme in time? Next, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time #2 of 4. The Turtles' journey through time continues, and the next stop is feudal Japan. The Turtles will meet some familiar faces and be forced to make one of the most important decisions of their lives. Will stopping the Shredder mean the end of the Turtles as we know them? We've also got Transformers vs. G.I. Joe #1, Space War. Earth makes contact with an alien race, and G.I. Joe is on the front lines of our first contact. But when the Transformers arrive, their version of peace does not match our own. Next, we have Transformers Windblade #44, Public Enemy #1. Windblade seeks out the last refuge she has left, the Living City Metroplex, as his malfunctions intensify. Windblade realizes that even if she survives Starscream, Metroplex himself may doom them all. We've also got Wild Blue Yonder #5 of 6. It's all been building to this. The judge has hunted down the Dawn, and now it's a desperate fight for survival. Cola and Tug are each faced with heartbreaking decisions. Will they act in time? It's the bloodiest, most grueling battle yet, and the skies will rain with blood. Next, we have Winterworld #2. The saga of Scully and Wynn continue as they search for a fabled village by the sea where rumors tell of a warm heaven in this cold hell. Wynn is still in search of her parents, and the village of La Nina may be the place they were heading when she was abandoned as a child. Scully just wants to find enough fuel to keep their new vehicle on the move, but will they find death at the end of the icy road? We've also got Wrath #1, Director's Cut. Joe Hill's New York Times best-selling novel, Nosferatu, introduced readers to a terrifying funhouse world of Christmasland and the madman who rules there, Charlie Talent Manx III. Now Hill and artist Charlie Talent Wilson III welcome you to Christmasland in this special extra-length version of the first issue, which also includes the issue's covers and the full original comic book script by Joe Hill. And we've got X-Files Season 10, #14, Pilgrims, Part 4 of 5. Agent Mulder has been infected with black oil, playing host to an alien being seeking to use his knowledge, history, and expertise to unlock something mysteriously and terribly powerful. But Mulder and the would-be alien colonists possessing him aren't the only ones looking for it. From Image Comics, we've got Revival #22. Dana gets dangerously close to the killer stalking black market organ thieves in New York City. Abraham gets even closer to the terrible origins of the scarred hitman. Next, we have Saga #21. Not every robot is lucky enough to be born a royal. We've also got Savage Dragon #196. Savage Dragon, The Next Generation. Strange things are going on in Chicago's notorious danger zone. The poor and downtrodden are being mysteriously transformed into hideous freaks, and Malcolm Dragon is being thrown into a situation beyond what he's used to as he faces a horde of desperate killers with power to spare. Malcolm's struggle to measure up to his famous father intensifies as he plunges into a new dangerous adventure. Next, we have Skull Kickers #29, A Dozen Cousins and a Crumpled Crown. Conclusion: the 5th Skull Kickers story arc ends, but the greatest battle of all is just beginning. We've also got Superannuated Man #2 of 6. A simple supply run into Blackwater, a seaside town overrun by mutated animals, is anything but routine for he, one of the few remaining humans. Next, we have Supreme Blue Rose #1. You are not dreaming. We're trying to communicate with you. Local reality has been reinstalled. Things have gone wrong. The revision is corrupted. Finding Ethan Crane is your supreme priority. We are speaking to you from the ultimate bunker within the structure of multiversal time. Do not trust Darius Dax. We are all going to die. Supreme Blue Rose, reintroducing the Central Image Comics character with Warren Ellis and Tula Lotte. We've also got Trees #3. Eligia, girlfriend and decoration of the local fascist gang leader, hunts the streets of Cefalu for the old man who pulled the knife on her. What she finds will either kill her dead or cure her heart, or both. Next, we have Undertow #6 of 6. Miniseries conclusion. Zakia beaten, Yukuru tortured, citizens in chains. How high must the bodies pile before the occupation of the deliverers comes to an end? The battle for freedom comes home as the watertight pulp epic reaches an explosive finale. We've also got Velvet number 6. The second arc begins here. Following the revelation at the end of issue 5, Velvet's quest for the truth and her innocence takes her right back to the heart of her own organization, to London, where every move she makes is more dangerous than the last. And we've got Zero number 9, Bosnia 1993. Roman Zizek is selling weapons to every faction involved in the conflict. From Valiant Entertainment, we've got Archer and Armstrong number 22. The end is near. Archer and Armstrong have survived their stay in the Hotel California, but now they're at the mercy of the Church of Retroology and a despicable Lizard King. What does the disgraced former rock star have in store for our dysfunctional duo, and what secret does he hold that has affected celebrities, both living and dead, for untold decades? And we've got Armor Hunters Bloodshot number 1 of 3. The hunters become the hunted. With the major capitals of Earth under siege by the Armor Hunters, the world's most dangerous weapon has decided to come in from the cold and into the service of the top secret military extraterrestrial reconnaissance outpost, Marrow. But when one of the Armor Hunters' own stages an extraterrestrial jailbreak inside of Marrow's fortified command center, the nanite-enhanced commando known as Bloodshot will become the last thing standing between the galaxy's most feared team of hunter-killers and a classified arsenal of secret weapons far too deadly for human hands. Out in trades this week, we've got Star Wars The Lucas Draft hardcover. Before Star Wars, there was The Star Wars. This is the official adaptation of George Lucas's rough draft screenplay for what would have become Star Wars, the film that changed motion pictures and the world. You'll see familiar characters and places, but not all is the same in this long ago and faraway galaxy. Still, strap yourself in for a high adventure of laser sword duels, Jedi Knights, Princess Leia, Han Solo, and a battle to defeat the evil Empire. And we've got The Walking Dead Volume 21 All Out War Part 2 trade paperback. Alexandria has been destroyed. Can Rick rally the other communities against Negan's army? Collects The Walking Dead number 121 to 126. Okay, so that's a look at some of the top independent publishers this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the Marvel and DC videos for this week, as well as my usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.